Okay, everyone. I promised that I'd show off a cool trick in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, or the original, whichever came first. And well, this is an interesting trick that I found. I'm sure others know about it. It's pretty popular. It's called it's called having a danger. No, is it called danger? No, having a peril mode setup. What it pretty much comprises of is power bounce, first of all. Lets you keep jumping multiple times on the same enemy. Or multi-bounce to do groups of enemies. If the enemies are in the air or on the ground, multi-bounce will be very effective. If not, they're probably on the ceiling. Let's see, where is it? I got my stuff still jumbled up. Where is it? I know I have it. Quake Hammer. You might want to have Quake Hammer equipped for enemies that are in the ceiling, or use partner attacks to knock them down, one or the other. I don't have the BP for Quake Hammer right now, so I have it turned off. Fire Drive is also pretty effective on the ground, but the FP requirement's pretty pricey, so I wouldn't recommend it. Anyways, in order to use this strategy, you have to be at 1 HP. It's kind of hard to maintain that, since a lot of stuff will heal you, leveling up, getting hearts from monsters, and so on. So, this is really only useful on boss fights, and not so useful on normal fights. However, I'm fighting Rockhawk in the arena. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, I had to check my settings to see if my mic was coming in. Here we go. This guy is usually a pushover regardless of your setup, but with this thing he goes down like a log versus a saw, to put it bluntly. Alright, let's see. What you do is go to power bounce, and then you keep pushing the A button at the right moment. And you do a ton of damage. And in case you're wondering, you don't need to be good at multi-bounce. I mean, not multi-bounce. You don't need to be good at power bounce. Since other moves like multi-bounce, jump, and stuff like that are still super buffed up using this method. I'll demonstrate. And if for some reason the enemy or boss survives more than one turn, there are ways you can preserve yourself. For example, you have badges such as Damage Dodge, which, if your defense is high enough, you can negate damage with a properly timed guard. Defend Plus, which can also lower damage if the enemies are weak. Combined with Last Stand, of course. Close Call sometimes will make enemies miss you automatically. The more you equip, the greater the chance. Your partners can take advantage of this too, though it's harder for them, since you can't glitch their HP back down to 5 like you can with Mario. You can also equip stuff like Lucky Start, but half the time that will heal you, getting rid of Peril. HP Drain, kind of the same thing. This is great for danger runs, but very bad for peril runs. If you're bad at using Power Balance and Simplifier is good for you. Just be aware you won't be able to take advantage of star power using that method. Also, if even if you're having trouble staying alive with all those things, then you can count on items to help you out, as I will demonstrate. If he lives long enough, anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm not strong enough to kill him with just one jump attack, though. Normal jump. Yeah, he survived. Barely, but he survived. See, if you have an item called a boost sheet, you can make Mario invisible to where attacks will not hit him. He didn't attack him anyway, but just in case. This lasts for 2 turns. The turn you use it, and the turn after. Very helpful. And you can actually buy these in this game, which is abusable. What more to add? I guess I could give right recommendations on badges, I suppose. Though I'm not the best person to ask. I've already talked about Quake Hammer, Fire Drive. Charge is helpful too, since if you for sacrificing one of your turns, you power all your attacks up by 2 damage, no matter what it is. With the exception of star power. It boosts everything but star power. Pretty handy if you have low attack power and want to abuse your jump attacks like power bounce. Once your attacks get high enough though, charge isn't really quite as useful, since you actually don't really gain all that much. Especially when you can kill a boss in like 2 or 3 turns. FP Plus is very useful for this, since you can use your very powerful attacks more often. And the more FP you have, the more okay, I don't think this game tells you what star power abilities you have. From what I can tell, anyway, they won't let you. Yep, they won't tell you, so I'm just gonna tell you that there's an ability called Sweet Feast, which can heal up to about 20 of all your stats. If you have about 20 FP like I do, that thing is awesome. Plus, star power is not that hard to gain back, so take advantage of it when you can. Do keep in mind though, if you have Simplifier equipped, it will slow it down a little bit. Of course, if you have Unsimplifier on, it boosts how fast you gain star power. If you can get the action commands down pat. I don't really use Unsimplifier, because I don't really need the extra star power. And I hate missing out on my action commands more often. So, that's just me though. A lot of people prefer Unsimplifier because of star power. But to be honest, do you really need it? I mean, you get star power fast enough. I guess it might be handy during a low level run. And I've got to be careful because my people are about to die. Not so much me, but my other people are. I've never been able to get more than 6 or 7 jumps out of that. And I just leveled up. Pretty cool, I guess. And I always go for BP until it's maxed out. And I've just lost Peril, Dad blame it. I don't really think I need it at this point, though. I basically was just staying in here until I leveled up anyway. Since this is really the only place I have access to right now that gives me a lot of star points. Early on, if you really want to get a lot of levels, you can level grind here forever and get to a very high level early on. Kind of cheap if you ask me, though. I can't really get much with just 3 BP. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the badges that you want to equip for a powerful Mario is the 2 Power Pluses. If you can find this in Chapter 6, power up down defense. This is only really good if you're in danger mode. Otherwise, this really brings you down bad in defense, and I wouldn't really recommend it outside of that. Aside from that, there's also Power Rush, which increases it by 2 when you're in danger. Mega Rush replaces the other one and increases it by 5. Pretty handy. And that's about it. I have all the power boosters. But that's really all you need in this game, because these 3 increase it by 3. And Power Rush increases it to 5. And this will increase it to 8. Awesome stuff. If you're looking for defense, I would recommend Close Call, Defend Plus, Damage Dodge. If you're not using Danger, then I would recommend HP Plus. Where is HP Plus? Oh, I don't have one for myself. Well, if you can find HP Plus for yourself, then equip it. It's pretty handy. FP Plus is also good, since you can abuse more powerful attacks and stay alive longer. But only equip FP Plus if you have BP to spare, which you probably won't if you have your HP filled up. Excuse me. Now, Last Stand really isn't that useful if you're not abusing Danger Mode, since you're not going to be in Danger Mode long enough for you to really take advantage of that. And I've been doing this for a while. I need to stop the recording. Though I did also make this video to be somewhat of a tutorial, since I was giving a lot of info to someone on GameFAQs, I believe. Was it GameFAQs or Facebook? I can't remember. And they really liked how good I was at this game. So I'm basically doing this to teach people how to play this game properly. Now, in Paper Mario 1, you only have 30 BP max in that one. So the badges you can equip are kind of low. And that one in particular is one you really should abuse Danger Mode on. It's a little risky in that one, but it's better overall since the badges are cheaper that are used for Danger Mode and their effects are usually better. So I would usually do a Danger Defense Mode setup, which basically is equip a bunch of defense badges that emphasize your defense and make you almost invincible. You can do a damage Danger Mode setup too, but it's pretty risky in that one. You could fill your item slot with life shrooms and depend on those, but that's so much riskier and more expensive. So I'm not really that I don't even know the word I'm looking for here. I don't like it as well. But like I said, it's always up to your personal preference on what you want. I mean, you can get through Paper Mario 1 without even using Danger Mode if you're good enough. But to me, if you're having trouble with Paper Mario 1, do a Danger Mode setup. Because I know for a fact, from experience, that it works. And it works really well. But that's all I can pretty much tell you, so I will see you people next time.